Hey nerdlings, you're watching Captain Algebra.
This is Tom and Lacey of Do You Nerd, signing off.
Hey everybody, Captain Algebra here with my pickups from March of 2021. Again, not a whole lot of stuff because at the beginning of April I was going game hunting with Chris Pico in Chicago. I want to save most of my money for that, but we got a couple good things. First of all, something from Video Games Monthly, and that is Cat Suit Mario and Cat Suit Peach. So I absolutely love 3D World. Got on the Wii U. I refused to buy it on the Switch for full price because it's just a port, but Grant from VGM got multiple of those, asked if any of us wanted it, and I did, so got a pretty good deal on it. And then next from Tom and Lacey from Do You Nerd, first thing they gave me is awesome bottle opener. They went to Mexico, saw the Mega Powers colors, the red and yellow, thought it'd be perfect for me, so very cool. But the big thing that they sent me, so a lot of you know I love God of War, my favorite franchise of all time. And I'm starting to try and collect anything I can that is God of War. So Tom sent me a poll a while back. Hey, do you have this? You interested? I'm like, yes, I want it. And he sent it to me. I asked what he wanted. Wouldn't take anything for it. So Tom's just a good dude. And that is the God of War 3 Ultimate Edition. So I already have God of War 3 on the PS3. I've got it on the PS4. But I do not have the Ultimate Edition. And I'm trying to get all the special editions, all the special consoles. And this is just really, really cool. It actually comes in Pandora's box, which I think is awesome. It's a very cool looking box, so definitely gets a B-roll of that, and you can see the art book that comes with it as well. That was really cool of Tom, knowing how much I love God of War, to send that to me. So thank you so much. Next was from Bandana Gamer. So a couple weeks ago, he sent me a Twitter DM, asked if I was interested in any of these Game Boy games. Some of them I had, some of them I wasn't interested in, but there was one that looked very cool. It's one of my favorite movies of all time, and that's Hook. So this is basically a port of the NES game, which a lot of Game Boy games are. It's pretty much a straight platformer, but there's an overworld map, and you kind of pick where you want to go. I know at first you could start by going just to 2 different levels. I don't know if it branches out more than that, so you can pick even more, but so far seems like an okay game, not as good as like the Genesis and Super Nintendo games, but definitely one I'm looking forward to getting into. And then finally, we've got some PS4 games. First one, went to GameStop because I hadn't been there in probably a year because of COVID, and I picked up Outlast Trinity. So this comes with Outlast, Outlast 2, and Outlast Whistleblower. I do have, I believe, Outlast 1 and 2 on the Switch, but I do prefer to have games on the PS4, and I don't think the version I have on the Switch comes with Whistleblower. So this seems like a pretty cool horror game. I know in the first one you're going to this asylum, trying to figure out what's happening. You're a journalist, and so all you got is your camera, and you can record things. You can't fight anything, so you have to run and hide and stuff. It's pretty freaky, so I'm definitely looking forward to getting into this series more. And then we've got Little Nightmares 2. So I was on the fence about this one. I picked up Little Nightmares when that first came out, played it a little bit, and it didn't really grab my attention, so I just put it off the side and didn't play it until a couple months ago. I played it again, played all the way through it. I'm like, okay, this game's really good. So I'm like, well, got to pick up Little Nightmares 2 now. And similar thing, it's a puzzle platformer. Really like it so far. Interested to see where it goes, because at first you're playing as a different character than 6 in the first game. So really curious to see how it goes. And then we've got a couple games from Red Art Games that I actually completely forgot I ordered, and one day they just showed up. First one is Steel Rats. And so this is kind of like... it's not a platformer, kind of is, but it's kind of like an adventure game. You're riding on your bicycle, you're part of the Steel Rats, and you go back to your like home base and everyone's missing. So you go around trying to find people. You can upgrade your bike. You can use your bike to like cut through things as you're riding and kill enemies and stuff. Haven't played it a ton, but it just looked like a pretty decent game. And then the last game from Red Art Games is Duck Souls Plus. First event drew my attention is the awesome cover. That kind of looks like an old school 8-bit game. But this basically is an action platformer very similar to Super Meat Boy. They're short, quick levels, but there's a lot of dangers, and as soon as you die, you just start back over. This one is definitely easier than Super Meat Boy. There's checkpoints in each level. From what I've played, none of the levels have been as hard as any of the Super Meat Boy levels, but it's pretty cool, so I definitely wanted to grab that. So there you go. Those are all my pickups for the month of March. Again, I'll have a much bigger pickup video in April when I show off all the stuff I picked up in Chicago with Chris Pico. So thanks for watching, everybody. Till next time, this is Captain Algebra, signing off.